Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox, take a close-up look and power on the Samsung Galaxy A13. So let's first take a look around the outside of the box. So in this box is a Samsung Galaxy A13 Android smartphone, and this one is in white. It's also available in light blue and black. I'm just taking a look at the details that's on the box packaging. And now let's go ahead and open up the box by cutting apart the security seal that's keeping the box securely sealed, and just sliding out or off the outer box, and just of course checking through to make sure nothing else is left inside of it. We can set the box to the side, so just setting it on the right hand side and giving you a look at the inner box of this Samsung Galaxy A13. Let's continue to remove the contents from the box packaging. You can see that the top is an actual inner box, so let's set that to the side and we can see the smartphone itself. Let's tip it out gently, and of course there are other parts to the box packaging. We can see what appears to be a SIM tool, and let's pop that inner card packaging out and just make sure nothing else is left in the packaging. Okay, so just going to put the inner box back together with the outer box and just spreading the contents out across the tabletop so we can see what we've just removed from this Samsung Galaxy A13's box packaging. So right across the tabletop are the contents from its packaging. Let's start off by opening this top outer box and giving you a look at the details that's on it as well. And let's open that flap and tip the contents out. And of course, once again, checking through to make sure nothing else is left inside of the box. So we can close that back up and set that to the side now that we've emptied it out. And we can see the contents, and let's spread them across the tabletop so we have a full and clear view. So lots of papers there, which might be conformity information, and just setting that cable down as well. So just tidying up for a slightly better presentation right here. And with this paper tray, we can release the SIM tool as well, and of course making sure nothing else is attached to it. Let's set the SIM tool to the side and we'll take a close-up look at all the items in just a moment. So once again, doing a rearrangement of the layout so we have a more comprehensive view and utilization of the video frame. It's right there. Once again, further breaking down the contents from the Samsung Galaxy A13's box packaging. Okay, let's start off by taking a look at these papers so we can see some warranty conditions in various languages. And with just the English one, taking a quick look, just going to set the rest down to the side. It's right here, the English one, and just giving you a look at the details that's on it. So very fine print. But right there is the warranty information. So just setting that down and moving right along, there is a quick start guide for the smartphone. And let's flip it open. And we can see that there is a list of the package contents and safety information on the opposite page. And further, information, and the other sections are in various languages. So setting that down and moving right along. We have the SIM tool itself. So giving you a look at the SIM tool once the camcorder achieves focus on it. So right there, SIM tool to eject the SIM tray. So setting that down and moving right along, we have, of course, a charging cable. So a USB-C to USB-C double-ended charging cable. Okay, setting that down, and of course the main item itself, the Samsung Galaxy A13 Android smartphone in white. So as you can see, there is a protective film on the back as well as on the front on the screen. Let's remove the protective film by, of course, peeling it open. So what appears to be from the side first. So unwrapping it completely. So it's just one film enveloping the smartphone. So giving you a look as it is now, fresh with the protective film removed from it. So as you can see, it is a quad camera phone. It's right there giving you a look at the LED unit, as well as the main 50 megapixel camera, and of course the 5 megapixel ultra wide camera, and then we have the 2 megapixel depth camera, as well as a 2 megapixel macro camera. So the main camera in the middle there has a 50 megapixel resolution, and this is a 6.6 inch mobile phone. So giving you a look as it is in the white color. So of course resting it in my palm as well to give you some sense of the size. So lengthwise it measures 165.1 millimeters and 76.4 millimeters across, and it's 8.8 millimeters thick. So once again giving you another look, but this time around much closer in, and there is of course a central selfie camera as well. So both cameras can record video up to a maximum resolution of 1080p at 30 frames per second. So both front and back or main cameras. And just taking a look at the sides of the smartphone, so you have a look at the details. So taking a look at the right side of the phone, if you're looking straight at the phone, and just pressing on the button, just so you have some sense of the response and other details. So we see a top microphone as well, and continuing on to the other side, of course, the what appears to be the SIM tray, and the smartphone does take SDXC or micro SD cards as well for further memory expansion. The phone itself does have a 64 gigabyte capacity memory built in. And taking a look at the bottom of the phone, we see the USB-C port as well as another microphone port, and the 3.5mm earphone jack, and this could be a speaker. So once again, closer up details, And you can see just how glossy that back of this smartphone is. And the rounded corners as well, very smooth to the touch. And of course, being a budget or entry-level phone, does have a plastic backing or construction. So giving you a look at the overall details. Now let's go ahead and turn it on. Let's try pressing and holding on this side button. Let's try again. See if it's the right button, and it is. Just needed to press and hold for a bit longer. And there we can see the boot up or startup sequence of this Samsung Galaxy A13. So this is taking a little bit of time to initialize or start. And we can see the welcome greeting in various languages. And let's tap on the screen and see if we can get it going. So right there you saw the prompt. Insert a SIM card to connect to a network. Let's just go ahead and select the language. So over here, English UK. Next. And the N license or end user license agreement. And you can see the various permissions for Samsung apps and services. So giving you a look at the various details. And let's go ahead and agree. And let's skip this step of setting up the Wi-Fi. So I'm just going to So it has a prompt there saying a network connection is needed to continue setup, connect to Wi-Fi or insert a SIM card or use mobile data. So let's turn off Wi-Fi and see if we can skip it. So no chance of skipping there, but nonetheless giving you a look so far at this Samsung Galaxy A13 Android smartphone. Let's go ahead and try again this time around. So going all the way back and forward, and we'll connect to the Wi-Fi. So just giving you a look as it is now while I get the Wi-Fi login details. So let's get the phone going again, and let's add a network, or maybe not. Let's go back, see if we can go back on this and select the right local Wi-Fi, and let's go ahead and put the details in. And you can see or hear by default that the key presses do sound. And let's see if we can connect to the Wi-Fi right now. And there we go, we're connected. Okay, so let's restart. And get the smartphone turned on again so we can have a quick look through its menus and factory setup and apps. So once again, giving you a look front and back while it takes its time to start up again. Okay, so let's do a don't copy and just go ahead and do just a minimal personalization if possible. And we're going to skip once again. And giving you a look at the various setup steps and permissions. And of course, search engine as well. So we have to select one. And then there's various phone protection systems. Let's skip that for now. And here giving you a look at the information there saying getting your phone ready. This may take a few minutes. So while that's happening, I'm just going to give you a look at the, once again, overall details and the screen with its 6.6 inch Full HD Plus display, and of course the back of the phone with its quad camera setup. So struggling a little bit there to focus. There we go. And we can see that it really is taking some minutes for this setup to complete. Just going to set it down so you can see in a more steady fashion what's going on with the smartphone setup for the very first time. And finally we can see some progress there. And right there, get recommended apps. Let's tap on next. And there's a Samsung account screen. Skip that. And skip that. And you're all set up. So we've completed setup. And now we're just going to take a look at the initial factory menus and apps. It's right there giving you a look at the details once again and the screen quality or display quality. So giving you that close-up look at the apps, and let's see if we can slide about or swipe about the different screens. And taking a look in the settings menu. And right there it seems there was a bit of a delay as the rest of the list of settings loaded, but nonetheless giving you a look through the entire list right there. Now let's look inside the Samsung folder. So right there, the contents of the folder, the Google folder, and a Microsoft folder. And of course there is the camera as well, so taking a quick look at the camera with its various capabilities. So there's a notification right there, something about uploading photos.